The sun rose over Umuohia, painting the palace walls in gold. Birds sang, unaware of the secrets hidden in the royal halls. Prince Afamefuna, eldest of King Ozomena's sons, paced the marble corridors, restless. The palace, though grand, felt like a cage, the weight of tradition pressing upon him. Afamefuna found himself drawn to Olamma, the queen's favorite maiden. Her laughter, soft yet certain, echoed through the halls like a river breaking free from its banks. To the world, she was merely a servant, but to Afamefuna, she was the center of all the stars in the night sky. Queenie Goatee's eyes, sharp and unyielding, missed nothing. She adored Olamma, yet she sensed the growing closeness with the prince, a bond that defied the rules of blood and crown. One evening, beneath the crimson dusk, Olamma confided her secret, a life growing within her. Afamefuna heart both soared and shattered, joy intertwined with fear. But the royal family's law was unyielding. Marriage to a palace maiden, however favored, was forbidden for the heir. Afamefuna stood before King Ozomena and Queenie Goatee, pleading with words that trembled yet burned with conviction. Tradition, however, crushed him. Olamma would remain a servant, he would remain a prince, and their love, a flame trapped behind palace walls. Afamefuna and Olamma moved like shadows, guided by whispers of courage and desperation. Behind them, the walls of their birthright loomed. Behind them, a world unknown beckoned. The city of Ibaku was a living tapestry, its streets a river of firelight, voices, and music. Markets overflowed with spices, fabrics, and the clamor of ambition. Afamefuna and Olamma found lodging in a modest courtyard home, where neighbors treated them as equals, not as royalty. Olamma tended a small garden, while Afamefuna learned the ways of the city, the art of trade, negotiation, and survival without a crown.
Love, once their shield, began to tremble under the weight of ambition. Afamefena's eyes sought more than the city could offer. Olamma, carrying the hope of their unborn child, sensed a growing distance, a quiet drift of the heart. Afamefuna, addressing influential city leaders in lantern-lit chamber. Afamefuna, to city leaders. A prince should not only survive, but shape the world around him. Olamma sitting in twilight garden, holding her stomach, worried expression. Afamefuna pacing inside house behind her. Olamma, Afamefuna, do you still see me as the heart of your world? Afamefuna, hesitating. I see what I must see to survive. Afamefuna negotiating with merchants and political allies. Olamma confronting Afamefuna in dim room lit by lanterns, tears in her eyes. Olamma, is this the prince I gave my heart to, or a stranger who wears my love like a cloak? Afamefuna, turning away. I am the man I must be. Forgive me. I cannot undo destiny. Afamefuna standing in the city square, cheering crowds, but shadows creeping behind him. Whispers, distrust. Prince Chijioke appearing in a crowd, calm, observing. Chijioke speaking with noble council members, sunlight streaming through carved pillars. Calm leadership. Lonely Afamefuna sitting in large mansion with maps and ledgers, empty cradle beside fireplace. The kingdom of Umuohia, once held in suspense, now chose its sovereign. Chijioke, steady and wise, ascended the throne, while Afamefena's name became a shadow in the annals of palace memory. Throne room filled with nobles bowing, Queenie Goatee watching proudly. Afamefuna standing alone on windswept hill overlooking city at night. The city he had conquered, given him nothing but echoes of the life he once held in his arms. Chijioke ruling with dignity in Umuohia. Afamefuna, distant, wandering the hills. Olamma kneeling to plant seeds, the child running along the riverbank, laughing. Olamma, grow strong, little one. Let the river teach you patience, and the earth teach you resilience. Older Chijioke seated on the throne, calm and authoritative, counselors attending respectfully. Older Afamefuna standing on hill overlooking city at dusk in a regretful reflection. Village evening, Olamma and the child sitting by the fire. Afamefuna appears at a distance, watching silently, not intruding. Olamma, to the child, unaware of Afamefuna. Remember this, my child. Love is stronger than fear, and kindness stronger than ambition.
Rivers flowing through Umuohia and Ibekwu, children playing, markets bustling, palace gardens blooming. Afamefuna silhouetted against the setting sun on a hill. Night sky over river, stars reflecting in water, Afamefuna walking away into darkness. Olamma's child, a boy named Emeka, now 12, running and helping in the gardens, energetic and curious. Emeka: "Mother, tell me again, why did father leave us?" Olamma: "Because hearts can be strong, but sometimes blind, my child. He had to learn his own path." Afamefuna, now older, gray at temples, walking through the hills he once roamed as a young prince. Distant view of Ibekwu's city lights, fading in the evening haze. Afamefuna, softly, to the wind: "I lost love, I lost the throne, but I have learned the cost of forgetting the heart." Older King Chijioke teaching young nobles inside royal palace. Emeka, now a young man, enters Umuohia with Olamma. The city is grand, peaceful under King Chijioke, but whispers follow him. Villagers murmur, "That is Afamefuna's son." The blood of betrayal walks again. Emeka stands before King Chijioke. Silence fills the throne room. Chijioke, calm, deep. "You carry his face, but do you carry his heart?" Olamma watches. Chijioke doesn't reject him, but doesn't trust him. In this kingdom, a name means nothing. Only actions define a man. Emeka is given a chance to prove himself, assigned to serve among warriors, not royalty. A new threat emerges, a rival faction in Ibekwu still loyal to Afamefuna's old ambition. They see Emeka as a symbol to control. Leader, whispering, "The son will finish what the father started." Afamefuna, older, broken, wiser, watches from afar. He sees his son being pulled into the same path. Afamefuna, soft, pained, "Not him. Let him not become me." Emeka faces a real challenge, a conflict between villagers and corrupt traders. Instead of choosing power, he chooses justice and compassion. Chijioke hears of Emeka's actions. Advisor: "He chose fairness, even when power was within reach." Chijioke, quiet smile: "Then perhaps the past can be rewritten." A kingdom divided, a son hunted, and a war born from a father's mistakes. Emeka never asked for the throne, but now the throne is coming for him. Villages burn at the borders of Umuohia. Panic spreads. The enemy uses Afameffuna's name to rally support. Whispers grow louder. The fallen prince rises again. His son will claim the throne. King Chijioke gathers his council. Some advisors begin to doubt Emeka. Advisor cold: "Your Majesty, this war follows the boy." Another: "End it now, remove him." Silence falls. Chijioke, firm: "We do not punish a man for the sins of his father." Emeka overhears the council. He feels responsible. Emeka, to himself: "If I had never come, none of this would happen." Olamma tries to comfort him. Olamma: "You are not his shadow. You are your own light." The rival faction leader steps forward publicly, a former ally of Afamefuna. Leader, to his army: "The throne was stolen, and now we take it back." He declares Emeka the rightful heir. The enemy sends a message to Emeka: "Come alone, and we end this without war." The kingdom warns him not to go, but Emeka makes a choice. In the shadows, Afamefuna intercepts him. This is their first real confrontation. Afamefuna, broken, urgent: "You don't understand. This path ends in ruin." Emeka, angry, hurt: "You lost the right to guide me the day you chose power over us." Afamefuna reveals: the enemy is using Emeka to legitimize their claim. Once he helps them win, they will destroy him. Afamefuna: "I know, because I once stood where they stand." Suddenly, the enemy attacks. It was never a negotiation. Father and son are forced to fight side by side. In the heat of battle, Emeka has the chance to seize power. The enemy offers him the crown mid-chaos. Leader: "Take your father's throne and end this." Everything pauses. Emeka looks at the burning land, his wounded father, the innocent lives at stake. Emeka, loud, commanding: "I do not want your crown if it is built on blood." He turns against the enemy, fights to protect the kingdom instead of ruling it.
Please likes, share, and comment.